Let me guess, you can't wait for the 2023-2024 fantasy basketball season to get started. Guess what? You are not alone. Welcome back to the Game Pick Fantasy Basketball Podcast. This is our brand new season, our kickoff episode. I am your host, Robin Marks. You can connect with me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Game Pick Podcast. You can also connect with me at Robin Marks. That's ROBBINMARX. And listen, there is no other way for us to start off the. Oh my God. Oh my God. Sorry about that. There is no other way for us to start the season off than to start it off with a mock draft. So we are going to go ahead and jump in. I have the first pick. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. We're moving fast today. Shoot. And I'm taking the Joker with the first pick. So let's see. Can you guys see my screen here? Yep, you can. Perfect. So I went ahead and took the Joker. The Joker is the number one player in fantasy basketball. And in all honesty, there have been years that I slept on him. That is over. I will no longer sleep on him in real life. For fantasy, I never slept on him. Number 2 goes Luka Doncic. Number 3 is Giannis. Number 4 is Joel Embiid. Number 5 is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Interesting. Number 6 is Tyrese Halliburton. 7 is Jason Tatum. Then we have James Harden off the board. Damian Lillard off the board, which is interesting to me. Steph Curry, Trae Young. And then with the last pick in the first round, we have LaMelo Ball. Get a sip of this coffee here real quick. LaMelo's really dropped a lot here. And, this is the first mock draft. This is going to change before the season really kicks off later on this year. But LaMelo going 12th in the first round is interesting. Then at the top of the second, we got Anthony Davis. Then we have Donovan Mitchell. So that's moving fast. Listen, I want to make sure you know we are actually going to be inviting everyone to attend these live streams. We want to make sure that you are a part of the action. So please make sure you follow or you join our Discord so that way you can get access to the links so you can be a part of these episodes. We'll also invite you on to either call in or if you want to come and do a joint live stream and you are into creating content, we'd love to have you on as well. So we're just trying to be as creative this season as possible, try some new things so we can continue to grow the community. So I'm on the clock. I can take Devin Booker, Anthony Edwards. I'm going to just go ahead and grab Book for argument's sake. So we have so far, after Donovan Mitchell with the third pick in the second round, De'Aaron Fox goes. Wow, interesting. And just for clarity, this is a 12-team points league. 12-team head-to-head points league. And Crusaders back on the clock. DeRozan, Edwards. I'm going to go ahead and just grab Anthony Edwards here. So this is a 12-team points league draft, okay? And we'll change it up every episode. We'll try to do some different, variations of, league types and league sizes and also draft positions. Before we get to the actual fantasy season, we will draft from every single position just to make sure you guys have what you need to be successful. So, like I was saying, with the fourth pick in the second round, it was Domantas Sabonis. Kevin Durant goes late. This is interesting. He goes with the fifth pick in the second round. 6, Ja Morant, which is to me is very late for a points league. Kyrie Irving 7th, Pascal Siakam 8th. The King LeBron James, I don't think I've ever seen him get drafted this late. He goes with the 9th pick in the second round. Then we have Fred VanVleet with the 10th pick. And Victor Wembanyama goes second in the second round with the 11th pick. So near the bottom of the second, love to get that information because I was curious to see where he would go. Then I grabbed Devin Booker with the last pick in the second round, and then I had the back-to-back pick, so I went ahead and grabbed Anthony Edwards. Then Jimmy Butler's off the board in the third round. Jimmy Butler has dropped down to the third round. Then we have Kristaps Porzingis, DeMar DeRozan, Jaylen Brown, DeJounte Murray, Jalen Brunson, Kawhi Leonard, Julius Randle, Darius Garland, Karl Anthony Towns, third round, 11th pick. That is wild to me. Lauri Markkanen, Nikola Vucevic, Brandon Ingram, Jaren Jackson Jr., Drew Holiday, Zion Williamson, Bradley Beal, Zach LaVine, Bam Adebayo, Paul George, Miles Turner, and Evan Mobley. And I'm up again. I'm going to go ahead. I got Desmond Bane available, Nick Claxton, Chris Paul. I'm just going to go ahead and grab me some Jamal Murray. Just going really guard heavy. And then on the turn, let me scroll a little bit and see what other kind of goodness I got here. Chet Holmgren is down here. Cade Cunningham really dropped. I'm interested to see what Cade does this year. So I'm going to go ahead and draft Cade Cunningham. So after Evan Mobley, I grabbed Jamal Murray and Cade Cunningham. Not crazy about either one of those picks, but again, this episode is really just to kind of understand the lay of the land, to see where ESPN's preseason rankings are, and also where the humans and the computer are drafting people. Hopefully, we'll get some improvements in terms of where the computer picks based on some artificial intelligence that maybe will influence ESPN's platform. But as of right now, it looks like they're pretty much still drafting from best available player, from a best available player position. So I think that this is a good exercise for us. We got my man Team McCann in the building, so we do have some humans here. We got Team Legos up in here, and I got my man Swaffalot in here. Yo, Swaffalot is my guy, yo. Like, he is one of the most dedicated members of our community. Super grateful for you, my brother. Super grateful for you. So I'm up in a couple of picks. Swaffalot is up. He's going to go ahead and make his pick. He has 24 seconds. While he does that, I'll continue with the little rundown. So after I picked K, Josh Giddey was off the board, then Bane, Chris Paul, Nick Claxton. Chris Paul is dropping fast. That's the fifth round for Chris Paul. Nick Claxton, Mikal Bridges, Brooke Lopez, CJ McCollum, Terry Rozier, Jared Allen, Chris Middleton, Robert Williams, Scotty Barnes, Banchero, Ayton, Şengün, Gobert, Porter Jr., Holmgren, Dinwiddie, Jakob Poeltl, Tyler Hero, and Kyle Kuzma. And I'm up. Devin Vassell is here. Russell Westbrook is here. Andrew Wiggins is here. Clint Capella is here. Anthony Simons, Anunoby. I really like Wiggins here, so I'm going to go ahead and just grab him. And then with my back-to-back pick, I think I'm taking a look at Anunoby. Anunoby went off last year. Like, that's one thing that you cannot deny. And don't get me wrong, I think Westbrook will be a decent pick here. Vassell. I have question marks about Anthony Simons, especially with Scoot Henderson coming into play. I don't know where they're going to find time for all of those guards. So we're going to grab OG Anunoby here. So after Kyle Kuzma went Wiggins and Anunoby. And I think that the big thing about being successful here this season, so you can win your league prize, is making sure that you're pulling up to these episodes, making sure that the questions that you have, you get your questions answered in a timely fashion. And anybody in the community will tell you, if you're new here, that we respond to every single comment that you drop on the YouTube episodes. On the Discord, the community really answers the questions. We have people like David Vega, we have Swaffalot, we have a bunch of different members of the community who actually, and Tech, we have a bunch of members of the community who are active and supporting each other to get the opinions and advice that you need to be successful. So just know that you have support and you are not alone. If you love fantasy sports, please consider subscribing, give this episode a like, and hit the bell to turn on notifications so you don't miss any of these fantasy gems. We release new episodes every single week. The season is starting today. Let's get it. And most people are like drafting later. We're drafting now just so we can kind of build up that muscle memory. So when the actual draft comes, we already know what to do. And if you need help, please drop your comment. We respond to every single comment Scouts honor. So just know that you have the support that you need. So we're back on the clock. PJ Washington is on the board. Marcus Smart, Valanciunas. I'm going to just go ahead and grab Valanciunas. I don't have a big man yet. I'm going to just grab me a center. And then with my back-to-back pick, it's getting ugly down here, but I'm going to grab another center. I'm going to grab Walker Kessler. So I went ahead and grabbed two bigs there. I'll give you a quick rundown of what my roster looks like right now. I have Jamal Murray, Devin Booker, Andrew Wiggins, Nikola Jokic, Anthony Edwards, OG Anunoby, Cade Cunningham, Valanciunas, Walker Kessler. That's where I stand. And honestly, the roster is not as bad as I felt it was when I was picking up Wiggins and maybe even Anunoby. I wasn't so excited about the roster, but it's starting to fill out. So let's go ahead and continue with that recap. We had Scoot Henderson go in the 7th round. Interesting. Russell Westbrook, that was with the 2nd pick in the 7th round. Then we had Westbrook, Russell, Vassell, Grant, Maxey, Capella, Simons, Buddy Hield, Jalen Green late. That's the 11th pick in the 7th round. Late for Jalen Green. Interesting. Klay Thompson, Trey Jones, Jordan Poole, Aaron Gordon, Yusuf Nurkic, Keldon Johnson, Wagner, Carter Jr., Kelly Oubre Jr., Wood, Harris, Brandon Miller goes. That's interesting. Valanciunas, Walker Kessler, Smart, PJ Washington, Bojan Bogdanovic, Draymond, Conley, Clarkson, Brogdon, Bogdanovic again. That's Bogdan, Kemba Walker, Michael Porter Jr. Let me make my pick. I'm interested to see what happens with John Collins in Utah. If you didn't know, John Collins just got traded to Utah. He is dropped all the way down here. So John Collins was going earlier than that. I'm going to grab John Collins. I'm curious to see what he does this season alongside Lauri Markkanen. Then we have Mitchell Robinson, Al Horford, Markelle Fultz, Amen Thompson. I'd be interested to grab a rookie here. So now I am in the 11th round. The top 3 rookies are off the board. I'm going to grab Amen Thompson here to just take a swing at the fences with the rookie. So I think grabbing him this late is a great value. So that's something you want to keep in mind. You want to swing for the fences when it comes to upside. And I think grabbing a rookie with the, maybe 11th, 12th pick is a good move. So after Michael Porter Jr. in the 9th round, we had Kyle Anderson, Kevin Huerter, Onyeka Okongwu, Cameron Johnson, RJ Barrett, Josh Hart, Bobby Portis, Gary Trent Jr., Cole Anthony, Jalen Williams from the OKC Thunder. Jonathan Isaac gets drafted. Let's see if he actually plays. Derek White, John Collins with the 12th pick in the 10th round. Then I grabbed Amen Thompson with the 1st pick in the 11th round. Trey Murphy the 3rd. Mitchell Robinson, Quickly, Adams, Steven that is, Mason Plumlee, Kelly Olynyk, Dennis Schroeder, Jaden Ivey, and then Al Horford. So we are here in the 12th round up to the 13th pick. After Al Horford, we had Benedict Mathurin. Then we had Marvin Bagley Jr. III and Monte Morris. We got T. McCann. We got a human drafting. Big shout out to T. McCann. I see you, my guy. And again, the big thing for us is making sure that these early drafts that we're taking stock, guys. We got to take stock on where the computers drafting, but also where the humans are drafting. So that way we can pay attention to any trends. So I know there were a few things that really stood out to me. Chris Paul continuing to fall, LeBron James falling, I think to the third round. Some of these marquee players that were marquee names that were like, first round staples are now moving down to the third round with age. So this is something to be very, very mindful of. Also, the young guys, where are they going? So Victor Wembanyama going that early, I think he went in the second round, is wild to me. I don't remember the last time we had a fantasy basketball rookie go that high. So that's insane to me. And I'm curious to see what exactly he will do. Oh, is that my pick? I'm on the clock. I'm gonna grab Tyus Jones. Then I'm up again. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. We got. Ooh, this is fun. So I'm gonna go ahead and just grab the both of the Thompson twins just for fun. I got them both. I got them both. So just to recap there, I think our draft is complete. How exciting is that? How exciting is that? So let's go ahead and just finish off. The last one we talked about was Monte Morris. So Jabari Smith Jr. went next, then Zubac, then Lowry, Fultz, Hayward, Keegan Murray, Brown, Hayes, Oladipo, McDaniels, Tyus Jones, Asar Thompson, Jalen Duren, DeAnthony Melton, Lonzo Ball, Levert, Collins, Powell, Delon Wright, Looney, Herbert Jones, and Dort. So there's a few more picks at the bottom here, but I'm not going to bother with that. We got the meat and potatoes. So here, as you can see, my team, Nikola Jokic, I'm happy with that with the first pick. Devin Booker, not so happy about Book being my second round pick, but to get Anthony Edwards at the top of the third, I think is dope. Jamal Murray, I have concerns about his regular season performances. He's not the same player that he is in the playoffs, but not a total train wreck. Cade Cunningham. Cade Cunningham was going in the first round in some drafts last year. Definitely second round, and I got him here in the fifth round. So I think that's tons of value, especially if he can come back from this injury. Andrew Wiggins, a consistent guy. OG and Anunoby, love that pick. Jonas Valanciunas, not crazy about it. Walker Kessler, it's okay. I'm okay with that. John Collins, very curious to see what he does. Amin Thompson, I think that's a great deal to get him that late. Tyus Jones, and then Asar Thompson. So there you have it. Our first mock draft of the season, our first daggone episode of the Game Pick Fantasy Basketball Podcast for the 2023-2024 season. I am super pumped and excited about this. Make sure that you guys tune in every week. And also make sure you join our Discord server. It's very, very valuable. You're going to get tons of support from our community. Again, if you need help, don't forget to drop your questions in the comment section below. And again, if you have a follow-up question, like you have a second question, do not reply to your comment. A lot of people do that, and then the questions get lost. What you do is just start a brand new comment thread. I don't want to miss your questions. I promise you, we will answer every single comment for this episode. If you want to learn our proven strategy to execute fantasy sports trades, please check out the next episode. And also click the link below to join the Discord server. We'll give you that free gift. And don't forget, play the waivers, set your lineups, and follow Game Pick, your freaking fantasy nerd.